Okay, so there's no getting around it. Too many people have lost their jobs since the start of the pandemic. It's been devastating for so many people. My next guest is one of them, but instead of panicking, she picked herself up and started down a whole new path, making ice cream, which is why we should be friends, first of all. We call that a pandemic pivot, y'all. I love all y'all's jingles. They make me so happy. I just want them all to listen to it now. From Ice Cream Social, let's say hi to Katrina. What's up, Katrina? Oh, first of all, I love your art. That's a cool tattoo, like under your arm right there. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had to notice that. So what, Katrina, what did you do before the pandemic struck?
So I was actually a product designer and photographer for 8 years for a company that specialized in educational materials. As soon as the pandemic hit, they actually asked us to start working remotely, which I think was the case for most people. And 2 weeks into that, I was furloughed, which was a giant bummer, and I started freaking out. I decided that I was just going to use the time to sort of focus on my existing hobbies and try to learn new things as much as I could.
Yeah, so, well, how did you get into making ice cream?
I actually grew up working in my parents' restaurant and ice cream shop in northern Wisconsin. In 2017, I started experimenting making ice cream myself. I found out that I couldn't have gluten. And so going to an ice cream shop was always just a giant bummer because I couldn't have any of the fun flavors. Ice cream making was obviously a hobby that I completely threw myself into. And I started making it for my friends, and I was calling it Ice Cream Social. And I was so over the top about it because I can't do a hobby halfway. I designed a logo and made stickers and like ordered recyclable containers just to share it with my friends.
That's awesome. Do y'all have any friends that make homemade ice cream? Because I don't.
We actually during this time, Haley and I made homemade ice cream, and it was amazing. Oh, it was so delicious, and I'm like, man, that's the way forward. And we did the vegan with like coconut cream and stuff instead of milk and.
Do you know people that can eat?
No, but I want to know you.
Yeah, that's me.
That is amazing, and I love the name.
I know, it's so great.
Thank you.
So, well, Katrina, what made you decide to turn it into a business?
After the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, I knew I wanted to do something to help. So after a sleepless night, I kind of came up with the idea of selling the ice cream on Instagram and sort of it's a social media bake sale, I guess I would call it. So within 24 hours, I started designing all of the content for my Instagram page, photographed a batch of ice cream I had just made, and posted it for sale online. And it kind of just went crazy from there. So I set a base price for everything that I list, between $6 and $10. It kind of depends on how expensive it is to make. So people are welcome to pay the base price, but then you can also contribute more if you want. So some people have donated as much as $50 for a 12-ounce container of ice cream, which is just so over-the-top generous. I start crying every time that happens because I'm just blown away by how kind people are being. But then I take all of the proceeds and I donate them to various nonprofits fighting for social justice causes.
You make no money off of this, right?
Correct. Yeah. So everything I bring in gets donated to various nonprofits. I take out a small amount just to cover the expenses, and then everything else gets donated. So
Awesome.
My hope is I'm currently looking for commercial kitchen space because I'm just trying to keep up with demand now. My stuff sells out in like 5 minutes. It's insane. So I'm just trying to keep up with demand. So I'm trying to find commercial kitchen space and sourcing affordable batch machines.
Yeah.
I just want to get as much money as possible into the pockets of organizations that need it. And since June 1st, when I first launched this, we've raised almost $3,000.
Wow, that is so great.
Yeah.
So, well, we love what you're doing. So we reached out to our friends at GoPuff, the go-to solution for immediate everyday needs. And they're passionate about supporting local businesses, Katrina. So when they heard about your story, they wanted to help your business grow. And that's why they're going to give you $5,000.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you can find somewhere to put that freezer. All right. Well, Katrina, we love you. Thank you so much.